Hey guys, as we look ahead to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and the race this weekend, kind of got to look back at Atlanta Motor Speedway and the missed opportunity for manufacturer Ford. They had such a great look to the weekend going on pole. Brad, they locked out the front three rows in qualifying, led most of the laps, and then weather and strategy intervened, and they didn't end up better than fourth on the day. Did they miss a huge opportunity here?
Well, yeah, I believe the opportunity was maybe taken from them because of the weather and the situations. I had a great chance to talk. I talked to Doug Yates before the race and just was talking to him a little bit about the whole Ford engine thing, motor thing, and it becomes a narrative after a while. But they had been off just a little bit with application of horsepower and torque and those types of things. But they're gaining on it tremendously. And we saw that at Atlanta. Even though it's a different type of racetrack, it's not as grippy anymore. It's a bit more of a super speedway. I think the Fords are coming strong. I think they're going to be powerful going forward. So that was their opportunity to kind of show where they're at. And the research and development that Doug and those guys have done is starting to show the fruits. And I think the rest of the season is going to be interesting. I think the Fords will be powerful when it comes playoff time and championship time. They're gaining in that direction, gleaning that direction. So, yeah, kind of a missed opportunity, but it's a missed opportunity for a lot of people because it was a shortened race.
Yeah, there's definitely times that you go away from races thinking, man, I let one get away, whether it's from a driver's perspective, team, and in this case, the manufacturers. That, Ford, with only 2 wins so far this season, that they have to take those opportunities when they are there. They realize, the things that they're battling. And, Sunday at Atlanta was a really good opportunity. Coming up, New Hampshire is historically been a good racetrack for them. And there's a lot of reasons behind that and what the things that help make them good there, besides the fact that they have some really good drivers and short track racers. And I realize that New Hampshire is considered a mile and maybe not technically a short track, but to every driver, it's a short track. But, when you have, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, and those getting in the mix, you're getting more opportunities for the Fords to make a point, and the things that kind of help them at New Hampshire to be successful. We'll have to see how that plays out on Sunday. A lot of work to be done, probably some strategy, and they've got a new tire to deal with. So all of that is going to be interesting to see if this turns into a weekend that Fords might capitalize.
We've seen
I totally agree.
Our friend Jeff Burton won there, won all 300 laps back in the Ford back in the day. So there's a lot of good heritage there for Ford. DJ, let me ask you this. Toughest competition for Ford this weekend at the mile?
That would go to the Toyota camp. Just first and foremost, and I'll give you 3 drivers that they're going to have to beat. Last year's winner, Christopher Bell. This young man he's definitely one of the top 5 drivers in this sport. He might not get the recognition that some others get, but he is there week in and week out with a fast race car and short track racing, sliding around. He likes to do that. Martin Truex Jr., this track means a lot to him. Hasn't won here yet, but he desperately wants that and has had the car to do it a couple of times. Just some strategy that got in the way there. And then Denny Hamlin at any racetrack you show up. So they're going to have to deal with these Toyotas this weekend. And the thing that helps the Fords along the way here to be able to do that because of their shortcomings that they talk about, the shifting aspect of it will help them be competitive to where, they can really get off the corner and help that torque that they're looking for and needing, especially at a place like this. And the aerodynamic side of it doesn't come into play nearly as much. So that's why they have that opportunity. Can they take advantage of that once again?
Yeah, those are great points. And I agree. The Toyotas are going to be really, really strong, but the pressure is on the guys over at Hendrick. Those Hendrick Chevrolets have not performed up to par outside of William Byron in the likes of, Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott. Both of those guys had disastrous weekends at Atlanta, did not run very well, especially Chase right there trying to point his way into the playoffs. So they've got to come to New Hampshire and have big weekends. Obviously, William Byron, he gets a win, another win, puts himself right square in the bullseye for the championship hunt, maybe the odds-on favorite. But those other 2 have not performed well at all, and it's because of situations that involve extracurricular activities. So there's a lot of pressure on Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott to come to New Hampshire and perform.
All three manufacturers, a lot on the line this weekend in New Hampshire. It all gets started 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on the USA Network. Countdown to Green begins then.